Am I looking in the camera?
What does it say? Is it working?
Yes. Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Christina Rahm. We're trying YouTube this time. We've been doing Instagram, and then we really wanted to try the YouTube channel so that we could reach a different population. So we're trying it for the first time today, hoping that it's going to work. Anyway, so I am a scientist, a mother of four, a nanobiotechnologist. I also am a person that really believes in the mind, body, spirit, and soul, and working together to really get rid of the bad things in your body and support the good things. I've worked for pharmaceutical companies, nutraceutical companies, environmental issues, and I support a lot of philanthropy as well. I stand behind the UN Women for Peace, Tennessee Voices, Treasured, which is my friend Crystal Archie's philanthropic cause, which is in Ethiopia. I also stand behind the causes for men with the UN Women for Peace, where we're really supporting men and we're going against child trafficking, but really trying to help people all over the world get better. And part of that is, you know, as a scientist and someone that has studied everything from nutrition to nanobiotechnology to a lot of different things, I have really been able to learn what different things that I would want to support in my life. I've really been able to put my arms around the things that matter, the things that are important in my life, and how I can support them. I understand that the biggest part of science is really energy. So we are energetic beings, and every single thing around us, we all share basically the same energy. And we also have what's called NAD, which is really kind of like the battery. And I know we talk about the mitochondria, that it's a battery, and we talk about glutathione and how important it is in helping our bodies fight different things like bacteria and fungus and all kinds of things. And that is very accurate. One of the things people aren't educated a lot about, and even as scientists, you don't learn a lot about in the beginning of school, it's kind of like thrown in there, but it's not like a long discussion, is about NAD and how, like, when a baby's born, the baby has, you know, all these human cells, but the baby also has bacteria, and the baby has fungus, and the baby is exposed to parasites and all kinds of things. But those elements that are in the body, they do have NAD, and they propel them to try to go in and affect the body. So our NAD that we're born with, which is kind of our energy source, we have to keep it strong. And the issue is, as we age, it's hard for us to keep NAD strong in our body. It kind of is depleted, kind of like when a battery goes low. And so what we have to do is we really have to build that battery source up. And I worked on a product called Mitochondria Defense Shield, which is at Root. And that product is to help the body build the NAD. It's hard to stabilize NAD too. A lot of times you'll get it infusions, and I love those as well. But to be able to take it in a pill format is also very, very good. It's just hard to stabilize it. We were able to stabilize it. I was able to stabilize it for a 2-year period and be able to have it on the shelf and be able to really roll this out in 67 countries so that people could really help their body naturally produce this and naturally affect the body so that it's stronger, so that it can fight things. And I talk about this a lot. There's all these battles politically and scientifically about all the things that have gone on the last couple of years. And from my perspective, I try to be this peacemaker. I try to say, you know, I know there's all these political beliefs. I know there's all these medical and scientific beliefs, but from my perspective, I really want to be a source of hope for humanity. I want to be a source of hope for healthcare and for wellness, and really help people be the best they can be. You know, we all have different missions in life, and I really believe that's my mission, to help each person be the best they can be in life. And so that's really been where my focus has been a majority of my career over the last 2 to 3 years. So with that, I want to say this, you know, we all have good days. We all have bad days. We all have issues with energy. We all have issues with aging. And what I mean by that is, as you age, your energy level can go down. As you age, you can have issues with worrying about what's happening to your life, what's happening to your body. And you can be not quite as successful, or you can even get depressed worrying about the aging process and worrying about that you're getting older. I actually attended a workout session this morning, and one of my friends was sitting next to me, and she said, I'm 47 years old and all these things are going downhill. She's actually a very beautiful person. Her name's Tara. I said, nothing's going downhill, but I mean, she's absolutely beautiful. So there's nothing going downhill with Tara. But I said, here's the thing. As we age, we do have things break. It's like our house. Like our house, as it ages, the plumbing will have issues. The electricity will have issues. The everything from the air condition to the to the even the insulation in the house go wrong. Same thing as it occurs in our own bodies. Things are gradually falling apart, and we've got to work really hard at rebuilding them and at supporting them. We've got to work really hard at cleaning things out and then putting things right back into the body. And I think it's something that you're just not prepared for as you're aging. When you're born into this world and you have parents that take care of you. And hopefully all of us have significant others or parents that do that for us. And it's just such a gift to be able to have that in our life. But as we have that, we also have, they give us this guidance, but they don't teach us everything. Like I remember when I first had my first child, and I remember when that happened, I thought, oh my gosh, why didn't my mother tell me about this? Like when you have a child, the first time you go to the bathroom, for example, it's kind of painful, right? Unless your mother tells you or the doctor tells you, you don't know. But that was something I remember thinking, wait a minute, why didn't I know that? And then I remember thinking, I've got to make sure I tell my daughter that. Not that my mother neglected to do it. It's just that there's all these different things in life that, sometimes we tell our children and sometimes we don't. And I think aging is one of those things. Like, I don't think most parents talk to their kids about this aging process and about how you have to take care of your bodies. And it's something I know I talk to my kids about it now. Like I tell them, if you can take care of your body now, when you get older and you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s, if you can take care of your body now, then you'll look better when you're younger. I mean, when you're older. And so I feel like that's something we do need to educate our kids on. We need to educate our community. And then aging can be a beautiful thing and not a horrible thing. Yes, you have to remodel the inside of your body. Yes, you have to take care of the outside of your body. But what if you were a person that looked forward to remodeling and revamping your body as much as you look forward to getting a new wardrobe or redoing your house? Because I really believe that's how we need to look at aging and what we're doing. And that's why I developed a whole line of products for the company the Root brands, because I really wanted something that would support people daily in their lives and support what they're doing as they're aging so they can be the best they can be. And so we always say, we're trying to optimize people. We're not trying to just make people well. We're trying to optimize people. And I think that's something that the whole Root community stands for. I'm looking at this, and we have Andre and Nicole and Teresa and Susan and all of you guys, Nancy, that are joining. I know we switched over from Instagram to here. I want to say thank you guys for joining. I think it's going to be a little bit of a process, but we're hoping this platform will be stable for us to be able to do YouTubes and post YouTubes and really grow this community. We're excited about that because at Root, we are in 67 countries. And at Root, this whole notion of optimization, of remodeling our bodies, of being the best we can be when we're 6 years old or we're 80 years old, that's our goal. It's not just about when people get sick that we're trying to provide solutions. We do have products that help people when they get sick, but our whole platform is for daily helping people be the best that they can be. And so I'm excited about us rolling this out. People ask me all the time, where do I get the Root products, and I always tell them they have to go through an ambassador because you can't just get into Root. You have to be invited, and some of these ambassadors are on this. And as we grow, we will have a lot of people on YouTube that aren't buying the products, and I always say they need to reach out to someone, or people can put their links. I did a call yesterday and the day before, interviews where people were asking how they go get it. And thankfully, there were some ambassadors on the different chats, and they were able to put in their links. So I always encourage people to let people know where they can get those products so that we can help more people. I also did a call, and someone asked me, is Root the only thing you do? And here's my answer. The Root community is where I focus a lot of my time and a lot of my attention, because we are on this path together to be the best we can be. We are on this path of anti-aging and even reversal of aging. I happen to have patents that got approved for that. And so a lot of the products I work on, that's my goal. I have to be really careful because I can't make claims about things, but my goal is to make people be the best they can be and the strongest they can be. So I hope that we will continually, as a community, move towards that goal together. But it isn't the only thing I do. I do a lot of environmental patents. I have just started working on some stuff with Save the Soil, and we're getting ready to launch an environmental website called Ivron. We will be working with the Root community on that and really helping with the land, the air, and the water, and focusing on soil, because one of the things that I've worked on in my career and that the Root community is interested in is not just each of our bodies, but this whole world. How can we make it better? How can we make it better in the United States? How can we make it better in Germany and Australia and all over the world? And so we're unified in that. It's not me personally that's doing that. It's all of us doing it. So we're getting ready to launch that campaign. We're really talking about Save the Soil. We're really talking about what we can do with the land, air, and water. I know that Root also has an air machine that helps get rid of bacteria, viral, all the different things that are in the air, fungus, parasites, mold, everything. And that's because we want people to be able to breathe, and we want people to be able to have the oxygen they need in their bodies and surrounding them. We know that air inside and outside has heavy metals and toxins and pollution. We know that heavy metals, toxins, pollutions, environmental factors cause epigenetics, which cause diseases. So we're really trying to provide all these solutions, but we will be rolling out even more philanthropic work, which we will be doing together to really give back to the world and really help in that area. Another thing that you're going to see launching under the Dr. Christina Rahm and Root brands are animal products as well. We're really focusing on everything, not just on people, but on the environment, not just on health and wellness, but also we're focusing on fashion and design. And people say to me a lot, why are you doing all that? Isn't that a lot? And my answer is no, it's not a lot. We are each simple beings, but we're also complex. We have different parts of us that like to do different things. So it's really important for us to embrace that and be who we can be. I think one of my things being a female has been, I see lots of businessmen that are men that own multiple companies, that do multiple things all over the world. But yet when a female stands up and does multiple patents and does different things, sometimes it's like, how in the world can she do that? And the answer is this: I never do anything by myself. I do it in a community. I see Wendy and Birgit and Astrid and Michael, Mikel, and all of you guys on here, Sophie, Nancy, we all do this together. I don't do it alone. I couldn't do it alone. So if it was up to, me, none of this would have happened. I'm like this small piece. And as soon as we can realize that, I think the better. We've grown up in a world of individualism. And that means it's all about I. If we would start bringing it back to we are going to do this, then life would be significantly different. I know that I make patents, but I make patents and they could do nothing. I could make formulas and it would do nothing unless you have people that are working together with the same passion, the same desire, the same mission to really help people throughout the world. And that's that's pure love. That's pure energy. And that's what we have at the Root community. That's what we have surrounding the people that I end up being friends with and that I'm close to. We don't always agree. People know that when I talk about Clayton, Clayton and I don't agree on a lot of things, but we love each other and respect each other's differences. And I see that in the corporate office where I work. I see that in the Root community. It's interesting to see when people disagree, but they still support and they still love each other. And you know what? That's a gift. And that's what I'm going to say. It's a gift to be part of a community. It's a gift to be living in this world right now with all these issues and be part of a group that supports each other despite their differences. And that was one of the reasons I made Mitochondria Defense Shield, which is in the Root community, which is one of the products that they sell, because when your body runs out of energy, when things are getting low, you need support. Like I need support. I'm going to be honest with everyone in my life with how many times I've been criticized or sued, or how many times I've had cancer, how many times I've been sick. I need support. And I get a lot of that from my family, but I get a lot of that from my friends. I get a lot of that from the Root community, where we all are on the same mission to do these good things. Not that we always agree with each other, but we support each other. And that's one of the things I think that the Mitochondria Shield does for the inside of your body. It gives you that support. It gives you that energy so that your body can achieve and do the things it needs to do. Because see, in life, here's the thing. There are a lot of bad things that happen in life. And there's a lot of bad things that happen inside your body. Things go wrong. Cells get sick. They start having an epigenetic that causes this cascade. And then you have autoimmune disorders. Don't get down. Don't get upset. Just remember to attack that every day like you're attacking a mission, like you're doing something positive. If you can look at it that way in your mind, that will really help you. Because I think what happens a lot of times is when people have had like Lyme disease or fibromyalgia or Epstein-Barr or a lot of different things that we are all bombarded with, right? We get these illnesses. It's sometimes people give up. And the thing is, I don't want people to give up. I want people that follow Dr. Christina Rahm. I want people that follow the House of Ramas or Under the Red Chandelier Root. I want everyone to feel good. And I feel like that's what the Root community does bring. That's what the Root community, can you close the door, hon? That's what the Root community, Clayton's going to join us. That's what the Root community is able to do for everyone. So yes, when I talk about the environmental company we're launching, when I talk about the Under the Red Chandelier, and people ask, is that part of Root? The answer is yes. It's part of it because it's partnering with that company. And when we launch the nanobiotechnology 5G line that will help people protect against the heavy metals, that will go through this channel as well, so that the whole Root community can work with me. Because again, it's not just me. I'm one person. I'm a developer that develops. I'm a scientist that provides scientific information and formulas, but I'm not the answer to why we've done so many things. It is the Root community, and the people that are on this, a lot of them are in that community and they are helping people throughout the world. So I do encourage people to join. And any of the ambassadors that want to put their link on here, I would encourage them to do it, because I don't put a link because I'm the scientist that does the patents. But people are always asking me right now, how do I go buy it? And then I get all these messages that they can't buy it because
you have to be invited to the party.
And I just invited Clay to my party.
I look like a wet mop right now. We've had a crazy morning.
We've had a crazy morning. We are trying to remodel our house in some areas, just like we're trying to remodel our bodies. And by the way, I just want to tell Birgit and Regina and Lori and Nicole and all of you guys, I have started working out for an hour every morning. And I'm trying to look good, so next time I go on tour, I'm in better shape.
Hey guys, you want to know the greatest inspiration for you to get fit is to watch your wife start kicking your ass. And she looks at you like, what are you going to do? And then you know that if your wife is getting in shape, that you better keep up, because she will crush you.
He said to me last night, so you're going to work out every day. We started riding electric bikes. And then I said,
you don't understand rest, right? You're like, I'm going to go 5 days a week. And I'm like, no, 3's good because you have to give your body a break to recover. I mean, relive and give me back my youth and everything is phenomenal. And clean slate, actually, from an exercise physiology standpoint, is phenomenal for recovery as well. But you actually have to take a little bit of a break. You don't.
Well, let me explain this. Okay. So once I start, it's like the products that I use. Even though I say this a lot, even though I make the products, it doesn't mean that I know that I'm going to love taking them. But when they start helping my body, of course I love it. When I know that I'm giving my body NAD, and I know that NAD is one of the things that is responsible for aging. And if you don't have NAD, then you age very quickly. And of course I take Mitochondria Shield. Of course I take the collagen and colostrum for my skin. And it's like working out. Of course, if I start seeing a difference, then I definitely start working out. So Birgit's talking about Tilly. I'm getting off subject, but every time I see
Casey's now saying 5 days a week is perfect.
Thank you, Casey.
No,
I actually
it's not the way you train.
I'm doing an intense workout.
You train
right
like
now.
A beast every day. I'm like,
I don't usually, but I am now. I just started. This is my second week.
You train 5 days straight and then take 2 days off. That's
Clayton's just upset because we were riding electric bikes together, and now I'm working out with women. It's the BA.
Do you know how much trouble I would get if I stopped riding bikes and I started training with a bunch of women? It's better that you do it.
You need to train with men and not women. But listen, I
don't want to embarrass them, though. I mean, this physique.
You missed us talking, by the way, about NAD, kids. And they wanted me to say the word, and I can't say it right.
Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide.
And
is that word?
I talked about how when we're remodeling, like you remodel a house, but when you age, you need NAD. And you need to remodel the inside of your body, which also makes the outside of your body look better.
I think that's what's really important for our community to explain to the rest of the sheeple is that the anti-aging.
You understand, though, that on this, and I hope they told you that we're not saying anything that's going to cause issues, because then
I never cause issues.
Well, we can't on this channel.
I know, because this is the amazing one. Look at I got here, and look at all the people that we added.
I don't think it's just because you got here. It takes a while. But if you want to give yourself credit, it's okay, Clay.
Slap hand. Okay.
But Clayton loves to take credit. Clayton loves to have attention.
To take credit. I just love to be part of something dynamic. And if I can be here with you, I'm going to be better off. But when you look at anti-aging, right? Because everybody wants to be younger. They want to be better. They want to be great. Right? Because in sports, we always talk, you know what?
Yeah.
People don't talk about being mediocre in any other aspect of life.
Ted always says it's not okay to be okay or fine. And I agree with that.
Yeah,
we
want to achieve greatness. We personify greatness. We want to talk about who's the greatest of all time in any sport or any activity, because those are the things that we like to see. And what you have to understand is that if you want the outside to look good, right, you have to take care of the inside. Like you were talking about earlier, because I was watching before I got here, you were talking about kids and skin. And
I don't even know how to watch YouTube. How do you do that?
I follow you.
Okay.
I have Ramdar, remember.
Get off topic.
Find you anywhere.
Ramdar, yeah, you always know where I am.
So I do. It's my pineal gland, and it's attached to yours. So I have like sonar for the Ramises, but what was I saying? I
don't know, but I'm just looking at Birgit because she always is so nice to you. I love that.
I know, because she knows I'm special needs.
You're not special needs.
I am. That's why I'm with you. You make me feel special.
What are we talking about?
We were talking about skin, right?
Yeah.
And you were talking about the kids and how we talk with them about anti-aging and doing things better when they're younger. But I think what's important for kids to understand is if you have acne and you have poor skin issues when you're younger, those are signs of things that are going on inside, like liver toxicity, which expresses through your skin and gives you nasty looking skin when you're younger. If you detoxify and clean up the inside of your body, you're going to express better. Your skin's going to look better. While you might still have the young complexion, you might have, acne or really oily skin. And if you clean up your system, you're going to have that function better. And I think that's really important for kids to understand, because if you don't want pock marks and really nasty looking skin when you get older, you have to do the things now. So, and I think part of that comes on to parents. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important for parents is every parent wants great looking kids. We don't want ugly children. So,
Well, I never thought that.
I
never thought
let's take
that.
a poll. Raise your hand if you had the choice, if you want ugly children versus great looking children.
Okay. Well, what's
no one
ugly?
raised their hands.
No, what's ugly? Because the thing is pretty as pretty does. You can't judge a book by its cover. It's the inside of your.
It's the pages of the book, not the cover. You just answered the whole thing, because that's just it. Is you want the content. It's not just about what you can put up as a facade, right? And this is what, especially women, this is what women do, is they'll put a bunch of makeup on and try to cover stuff up, and they'll try to use filters. And that's why you actually look better in person than you do on camera or on film, which is already outstanding. But you're much better.
If
What the kids say is IRL, in real life.
Who says that?
They do.
Oh, the kids on social media?
The kids, it's what they say,
Okay.
IRL. It's not the Indy
How
Racing
do you know
League.
that?
Because I know these things. I keep in touch with the things.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I have to say this. So I did a Instagram with Kat Graham, and she's on the Vampire Diary. She actually has a new movie coming out, and she has a younger generation. And so that generation is my kids. The kids. Yeah.
Our
and
kids,
so
all of our kids, actually.
the kids actually were.
They were watching you with Kat Graham while they were at lunch.
And my kids don't watch me, but they. And then
no, their friends were watching.
They're friends because she's so pretty and she's really a sweet person. She's going to be at Modern Nirvana. I can't talk, where we're going to be in August. And any of you guys that want to join us, we're doing a lot of stuff. We're doing at the Red Chandelier and Rooter, doing Love Shack Fancy. We're doing stuff at Soho. We're doing stuff at Magnolia Pearl. We have all these things lined up and podcasts lined up to really bring in the fashion of science and the scientific runway into Root and into the Dr. Christina Rahm community, so all of us can work on that stuff together as well. So we're ready when we launch the clothing line, which will help our bodies detox while we wear the clothing.
Hold on, you made detox clothing?
Yes.
Did you kind of do that when you were at Harvard studying nanotechnology and bioscience engineering?
I feel like you have to brag about me, and you don't need to brag about me.
Babe, what you have to understand is if I say it, it's not bragging.
Well, I feel like it is, because the bottom line is I did make it when I was there, but I did it for people. And again, if I did something while I was there that doesn't help people, there was no point in it. It was just me trying to be smart when that doesn't really matter. What matters is that we all do things, whether it's with our minds,
smart does, right?
Or our hearts or our spirits or our souls. We just have to do things to help humanity and to help society together.
Each of us is an imperfect piece to a perfect puzzle.
That's right.
Some of us are just bigger puzzle pieces.
Okay.
If you were to pick what kind of puzzle piece you are, which one would it be? Are you the centerpiece or are you more of a corner?
I've never thought about it, and I don't know the answer.
Are you one?
To that.
I'm one who paints around the edges.
In the puzzle?
Yeah, I'm the gray area. You are more of the centerpiece.
I don't know that there is a centerpiece to a puzzle. Every piece is just as important.
Well, there is now.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know about this. I know that this is our first try at YouTube, and we will be doing these lives every week to really try to touch people, so we as a community can work together, so that it's not just one person, but it's all of us learning and growing and being the best we can be, because life isn't perfect. Life is hard, and we are each, as Clayton says, because I have paintings where I wrote, we're each imperfect pieces to a perfect puzzle. And so it's kind of one of those things that Clay and I say back.
You paint and write?
Clayton, everyone knows that I paint and write.
Oh, this is a new channel.
This isn't here to brag about me.
You are the purest form of
You're not allowed on anymore if you do this.
Okay,
you're not going to be on if you're going to brag about me. We're here to talk to others so that we can help other people.
I'm trying to set an example for men in general, because every man should brag about their wives. And any smart man is going to find everything he can to brag about their amazing spouses or their girlfriends or the women around them.
Thank you.
Are you going to argue with that?
I'm not going to argue. Okay. I think that's true. I think we all should brag about each other. But I think on these calls, we need to focus on helping everyone and showing how thankful we are to the community that we are in, that we're all working together towards these goals to help people.
I agree. Did you see that I trimmed things down a little bit?
I did. I see your hair.
My hair looks terrible. I
Before
jumped in the pool.
Before I left, I said, Clayton, what about your hair? He goes, I have to do it. But then we had all these people at our house, and
Tilly and I jumped in the pool earlier so we could get a little exercise since I didn't have an opportunity to go for a bike ride.
oh, now he's pouting because I
No,
worked out
I'm
with
saying I
Alvin.
did a different form of exercise.
Okay. Well,
I was doing water aerobics.
We've done our 30 minutes, and this has been a great call. We're going to talk next week also about aging, but more about the skin. We have a new skin line that's getting ready to come out, and that will help with the collagen and colostrum, I think, as well. We have something that is helping with the pores and detox. Some of you guys have tried the face mist that we sampled, but I went back to the drawing board and I made it even better. We were trying to have it out by the Cypress meeting that we're going to have, but I am not sure we're going to be able to have all of it out by then. But we do have some surprises and products for that meeting, as you know.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for everything. We're looking forward to doing this journey with everyone as we don't just help individual people, but as we help the world with the environment, with animals, with our skin, with our bodies, with everything that we're doing together. So
from cradle to grave, from womb to tomb.
So join us as we keep trying to grow all of this together. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys next week. And I just want to say a special thank you for everyone and for us, again, doing this journey together.
Konnichiwa.